Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Relocate with Nat. It's been a hot minute, and I hear you, and I know that you want to see more content, more videos. So today, I am here with the lovely Adele.
Hello.
For those of you who don't know, Adele is our daughter. She is going to be almost 10 in a few weeks.
September 23rd.
September 23rd, so make sure to send all your well wishes and gifts. We accept them, don't we? You know, one of the things that has gone on this summer is a bit of a hiatus from making new content because we were actually in Canada for 5 weeks, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I had been back to Canada to work. However, Adele had not been back yet. So, were you excited to go back?
To go back to Canada, I was very excited to go back to Canada because I was here for 2 weeks, and then we came to Canada for a couple days, and then I went to New Brunswick with my aunt and her niece.
That's right. So you actually had a holiday in your holiday.
Yeah.
So I guess one of the things that moms and dads ask me sometimes are like, what are the differences between living in the DR and living in Canada? So what are some of the things you missed about Canada when you went?
Woohoo.
Woohoo, which is an indoor playground, right? What are some of the other things that you were happy to find when you went back to Canada?
The dollar store.
The Dollarama.
And Walmart.
And Walmart. So those are stores that don't exist here, right? We don't have like a Dollarama type store. There's, what is that store called? The little Cochina, Needful Things.
Needful Things,
yeah. Yeah, Needful Things. So they have a few items, but it's certainly not to the extent of the dollar store, right? Which is, as we all know, is not really a Dollarama anymore. And we went to Walmart.
Yeah.
We hit up those two stores within the 2 days of being in Canada. What is something else that you enjoyed seeing in Canada again?
Seeing Canada.
What did Manon Justin bring you when we got off the plane?
Oh, Timbits.
Timbits.
Timbits, Tim Hortons.
Yeah, so we haven't really found a great donut here, but actually no, maybe Pola has a good donut. So one of the local grocery stores, Super Pola, they carry a pretty good donut that's worthy of being a Canadian donut. So that's always fun. What other highlights did you have from being in Canada? Starbucks? You did visit Starbucks, didn't you?
A couple times. I love Starbucks.
We did have Starbucks at the airport, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes, because we had an 8-hour delay.
I wanted to have it with my aunt, but when we went in, they were renovating it, so we couldn't get anything.
So you couldn't have anything. Oh, well. Okay, so you went to New Brunswick. What else did you do while you were in Canada?
In New Brunswick, we didn't have Starbucks, but we had this popping bubble tea.
Oh, bubble tea. Yes, that's new, very popular.
But it's different.
Did you like it?
Yeah, because it's one main juice with a different juice, and then you have the little balls.
Yeah.
But they're like little juice balls. They're balls with juice in it.
Oh, okay.
I choked on a couple of them.
Oh, I didn't know about that. So we visited Canada. We stayed with family. We visited with Nana and Grandpapa.
But also where we got the popping bubble tea, we got it at this candy shop, and we got freeze-dried candy.
There you go. The highlights of a vacation as a child.
Yes.
So after the 5 weeks and an 8-hour delay to get back to the DR, we came back at the end of July. And you did say to me, like I did ask you the question, if we moved back to Canada, would that make you happy? And you did say yes.
Yeah, but I would also miss the DR.
But you'd also miss the DR.
The only thing that I really don't like about the DR, is that it's hot. I would rather be in -40.
So we're not sure why she would say something like that. It's very, very evil and not...
My parents say that snow is a bad word.
Snow is a bad word. Part of the living here is that it's one season all year round, right? So you can wear sandals and flip-flops all year round and cute dresses.
I love Christmas because it gets way cooler.
Absolutely. Well, it does get cool in December here, just not Montreal cold. So moms and dads want to know, what is it that you like, or what are the benefits of being here in the DR for you? Like, what does it? Why is it good for us to be here in the DR?
I don't know.
What about school?
I like school.
You like school? What about it that you like?
I like math.
You like math, right?
It doesn't matter who's teaching it. Math is my favorite subject.
And do you think that there's a difference between going to school here and going to school in Canada? Like what?
Because in Edgewater, my old school that I used to go to in Canada, there would be a bunch of big yellow school buses. What you would have to do is, when you're riding the bus to go home, you would have to once your class is done, you'd have to walk pretty much all the way around the school, and then go out the big doors, not the main door, but the big doors, and then you had to walk through a long pathway to go all the way down to the buses, and then you had to find out which bus.
And here, what do you have to do?
Well, I don't ride the bus.
Well, there are no buses to ride here, so.
Well, there is. There's the little school bus.
There is, yes.
And my mom has tried to get me on it, but
it didn't work out yet.
No.
No, but I mean, I think so there are school buses. There is like a school transportation, but it's not official. Like,
but it's also not like a big yellow school bus.
It's not a big
yellow.
It's
more
like
white van.
Little white van.
Like a guagua.
Yeah, like a guagua.
A guagua is sort of like a
taxi, a little bus, a mini bus.
A mini bus for people to ride on to go to like beaches and go to touristy destinations.
Exactly. And okay, so school here all year round, obviously, or not all year round. We follow the regular school schedule, September to June. What are some of the things that you've been able to do at school here in the DR, like opportunities you've had? What have you done?
I mean, it's totally different from stuff in Canada because when you would do presentations in Canada, the presentations it would be in front of your class, like your class. So when I went to school in Edgewater for kindergarten, first, and almost all of second grade, but we left on May 26th, my teacher's birthday. That was my last
March
day.
26th.
March 26th. But here at Isla, when you present something on in front of somebody, you present in front of the entire school and whoever's parents came to the presentation. And normally all of the parents come, well, most of the parents come, but
and that's called presentation day, right?
Yeah, presentation day.
So presentation day is done when? It's at the end of the unit?
Because we have different units about different stuff that we're doing.
Yeah.
So this year, for 4th grade, I did, it was influences, and then I'm not going to put it in order, but we did simple machines, landforms. Right, I can't remember all 6 of them.
Entrepreneurship, didn't you do?
Yeah, I did that. That was in influences, I think.
Was it?
No, I don't know. I
You
can't
don't remember now? That's okay. And what was the highlight of last year's school year? Like the thing that probably you enjoyed doing the most?
I really liked my teacher.
You liked your teacher? And what about the play at the end of the year? Was that something that...
Yes, I was very happy because when I was in 3rd grade going here, I was very mad with the part that I got because there was no practicing. They didn't give you a paper, gave you time to practice. It was just you would go up, you'd read a script out loud, and then you'd go so it was pretty much just luck, whatever part you got. So I was a literal piece of grass.
Yeah, you were grass, and
I was swaying. That's all I did.
But in grade 4, you auditioned.
I auditioned for Princess Jasmine, even though I didn't really want to be here anymore. I still auditioned and practiced. But I got the lamp vendor, and I'm happy that I got the lamp vendor. And for those of you who don't know, we were doing Aladdin.
That's right, Aladdin.
And also the lamp vendor is the dude who rides the camel at the start of the movie.
Exactly. So you had a pretty big part.
Yeah. I memorized all my lines, but when we were practicing, I didn't realize that I was forgetting to say a line, and I would keep saying one line 2 times in the movie. But I didn't say it in the actual performance. I read the script again, and I was like, oh, I've been saying this wrong.
So it's not that I don't, as a parent, I don't think that the one is better than the other. I think they're just different opportunities, and Adele has been given multiple opportunities
On
at
stage.
this new school to explore different areas that she likes. And that is something, as a parent, we're really happy about, because we really feel like these are the years that they need to figure out like what they like and what they dislike. What are some of the other things that you like about being here? Like, is there any of the food, fresh food that you really like?
There's something else that I want to say about school. That I've done 3 big speeches on stage for the school. I've done 3 big speeches.
Yeah, and that it gave you that opportunity to do those speeches. You did a TED Talk in your first year.
Oh yeah, when I was in 3rd grade, I did a TED Talk
about the community.
Yeah, the community. The second one I did was I can't remember what it's called, and then the third one I did was one about permaculture gardening.
Okay, so permaculture, good foods. What are some of the foods you love here?
I miss strawberries.
You miss strawberries,
and raspberries.
Yeah, they're pretty pricey here.
And blueberries.
But in exchange, what do we have? We have mangoes, bananas.
But the thing is, if you buy when you buy strawberries, I eat them all in one night, because after a couple days they go bad.
They go bad,
and then
yeah.
The raspberries, we had them for one day, and then my mom put them in my lunch, and I tried to eat them, and they were just all mushy and gross.
Yeah. You have to. They're not native fruits to here, right? So we try and buy all the local fruits, because those are the ones that are the freshest. So the piñas, the pineapples, the mangoes, bananas, chinola, which is passion fruit. Those are all like really fresh, and we can get them at a really good price.
We still buy oranges and pears.
And we still buy oranges and pears.
And tangerines.
Because those are fruits that we really like as well. But they are not local fruits, so they are a little bit more expensive. So it's something to keep in mind when you are doing your groceries. What is one thing you want kids to know about living here in the DR?
It's hot.
It's hot. So you don't need to bring necessarily big sweaters or long pants.
I still do.
We still have them, because in the winter months it does get a little bit cooler here. So make sure that you bring all of your good summer clothes when you decide to come down. Any last words before we sign off?
Don't complain about the heat. You'll get used to it at some point.
That's right. Absolutely.
I'm used to it now, but my parents still aren't.
Oh, we are definitely used to it.
Well, because sometimes you'd be like, don't you get hot? How are you just sitting there? And I wear heavy materials all the time.
Yeah. So you have to choose lighter materials.
I'm still fine though. Even if I wear a heavy material, I'm still fine. And my mom says that I should change. But then she wears pants too. And and her memo is, whenever it doesn't matter what you wear, because it will always be hot.
It's always going to be hot. Whether you wear a dress or pants, it's just hot all the time. So on that note, moms and dads, or actually anybody, if you have any questions for Adele and I, please drop them in the comments. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and do share it with people that you know that are thinking of relocating. If they want to have a conversation with me, they can connect with me with the calendar link in the description. Whatever you choose to do, have an incredible day, and we'll see you soon in the next episode. Bye for now.